Hey y'all, Toad here. Well, you ever go to make a video and you're just not quite sure how you want to say it? It's not like it's an earth-shattering deal, but to me it's a really important thing. And I guess I'll just try and lay it out for you. You know, when I first got into making YouTube videos, if you go back to the first videos I made, kind of like today, they didn't have a lot of focus. And, you know, I didn't try and identify myself as, you know, any kind of particular person, particular type of channel, if you will. You know, I was just making videos. Just wanted to see, it looked like fun, you know, so I gave it a whirl. Well, as I got to meet people, and people got to know me a little bit, I sort of fell into this quote-unquote prepper community. And while, you know, the people I've met, for the most part, I mean like 90% of the people I met, with a few glaring exceptions, have just been amazingly cool people. And pretty much like-minded people to me. And so I never, you know, really thought about it. But then, I guess I came into this community, a year or so, maybe a little bit more since it started. This is what I'm starting to realize, or I'm starting to believe, based on what I've watched in other people's videos. And it seemed like after I got about, I don't know, 8 months, maybe a year into it, the whole thing took a little turn. There was more commercialization, you know, more buy this, buy that. Now, don't get me wrong, being a capitalist from way back, I don't have a problem at all with people who try to make a buck, especially people who try to make a buck doing something they enjoy. And if that just happens to be making videos, yeah, I'm all for it. But I noticed that sometimes the opinions started to be geared towards something that just somebody happened to be selling. So I started watching everything with a little bit more of a jaded eye, you know, and really concentrated on the people I trusted, people I got to know a little bit better, and, you know, so you get a little cynical. But then I noticed more and more and more of the end of the world, the SHTF, you know, the poo hits the fan, the, you know, without rule of law, and then one of my favorites, the Tiatawaki, you know, the end of the world as we know it. And it's kind of a negative connotation. All of those are, they somehow infer that to be a person who does their best to prepare for some unseen thing started taking on a negative and almost even a little violent connotation. And what I'm getting to is that about a week and a half ago, I was talking to my buddy J0, and we were having this exact conversation. And one of the things that his channel and mine have in common is we do try and keep things at very worst PG. We try and keep them rated G. And the reason being is we want everybody to be able to watch our videos with the speakers on. You know, we don't want, especially our young people, to have a bunch of foul language going on, because, you know, not everybody is into that. And quite frankly, it's somewhat easy to clean up your language and try and make a point without cussing. And I find that to be a challenge, because I'm a potty mouth from way back. So when you get the SHTF and all that stuff, that was another reason we didn't really care for that term. And something John has said in his videos, kind of, I don't know how far it goes back, but I always notice that, you know, doing things on our own. I mean, and he's talking about him and his family. And we just started talking about on our own as a replacement for WROL, SHTF, Tiatawaki, Zombie Apocalypse, blah, blah, blah. And the more we talked about it, the more we realized that on our own kind of encompasses all of those things. I mean, when you stop and think about it, you know, without rule of law. Well, if you're in a place where there's no law, you're on your own. Even if the, you know, you're in that thing is your family or your group. Same thing with, you know, the end of the world as we know it, blah, 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 SHTF. And I know he put a video out about this, and I just wanted to also make a video because I think I'm going to try and integrate more of this into my videos and into my speech patterns when I'm talking about these kind of situations. Because on our own, or triple aught, or 000, or whatever you want to call it, you make up some cute name for it, or whatever you want to do. I think that better says the actual situation, the actual mindset of what we're doing as preppers or, you know, homesteaders. You know, pick your genre. You know, an all-encompassing way to put it is you are trying to be more and more and more responsible for yourself or on your own. And like I said, on your own doesn't have to mean the individual. Pardon me. It can be, you know, a family, like in John's case, or a group, or any number of people. But the bottom line is you're on your own. You cannot rely on something you're used to relying on. So the purpose of this video is just to kind of give you an idea of what we were thinking. I sure would like to hear what y'all have to say, and, you know, use it if you want to. Because I really think it will bring the self-sufficient taking back control attitude. I think on our own says it better than just about anything else, while including all of the others. So that's it. Thanks a lot. Fair winds, and we'll see you next time around.